Let's go ahead and welcome very special guest right here on Locked On Spurs, UFC fighter Kelvin Gastelum.
You are Locked On Spurs, your daily San Antonio Spurs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back to Locked On Spurs with the Locked On NBA Network. I'm your host, Jeff Garcia, Spurs writer for Kansas City, San Antonio. Glad to have y'all back. Hope you're having a great day. And as always, thank y'all for making Locked On Spurs your first listen each and every day. Free and available wherever you get podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Kansas Plus app, YouTube. You know what to do. Go do it right now. What is that? Subscribe to Locked On Spurs. We definitely appreciate it. You know, it's not often that you get a very special guest, you know, that kind of like worlds colliding. In this case, we're going to be having a very special guest in just a few minutes. UFC fighter Kelvin Gastelum. Now, for those that don't know, the UFC is bringing the fights to San Antonio tomorrow for UFC Noche. It's a celebration of all things Hispanic fighters. It's a lineup, it's a fight card full of Hispanic fighters. Brazil's represented, Mexico's represented, Puerto Rico's represented. It is going to be a great night of fights at the Frostbank Center. And for those who don't know, after NBA, my favorite sport is actually combat sports. It's boxing, MMA, UFC. So I was very, very happy to have a chance to catch up with UFC fighter Kelvin Gastelum and get a chance to go one-on-one with him. No, not in the Octagon, because he would just destroy me. But talking about just meeting up with him at Media Day, getting to know him, getting to know the vibe. You know, we cover a lot of things that were, you know, the time we're allowed to sit with each other. We talk about his fights. We talk about if he feels he's trending the right way. He's 2-1 in his last fights. Does he feel good about that? Also, he's at a middleweight. And does he feel like he should stay there, move up, move down? He covers everything with me. And yes, I did not forget to talk about your San Antonio Spurs. Yeah, don't go anywhere. We do talk San Antonio Spurs. For those who don't know, he's from Phoenix. Get where I'm going this right now, right? Phoenix Suns, Spurs, remember that rivalry? Well, quote-unquote rivalry back in the early 2000s. Let's just say he knows all about Tim Duncan and those Spurs. And we even get to some Wembanyama talk. He asked me questions about Wembanyama. So it's a great interview. Yes, it will be a video in just a few minutes. I'll pop on. Kelvin will pop on in just a few seconds. So yeah, we talk about it all. And by the way, if you have not gotten your tickets for UFC Noche, go to Ticketmaster right now. It's going to be a great night of fights. It can be at the Frostbank tomorrow, Saturday. It's an early start. I think it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So San Antonio is going to be having some all eyes are on basically the entire UFC world will be on the eyes of San Antonio. So it's going to be a great fight and also a great interview. Yeah, cannot wait for y'all to meet Kelvin Gastelum. Again, don't go anywhere. He does talk Spurs with me. We do get into some Spurs talk as well as some taco talk. Yeah, so it's a great fun interview. So, you know, with that being said, sit back, relax, enjoy this interview I had with Kelvin Gastelum. But before we do that, today's episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. You want to go to Monarch Money right now to take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. So coming up right now is Kelvin Gastelum and yours truly talking all things UFC and your San Antonio Spurs. All right, let's go welcome our special guest right here on Locked On Spurs. I know, Spurs, UFC, how does this match? Don't worry, Kelvin and I, we spoke. He knows a little bit about the NBA. Yeah, so he's good. By the way, Suns ain't that good, are they?
I've never really been a fan, to be honest.
I'm glad
even though I'm from Arizona.
I'm glad you brought that up. You know why? The Spurs and the Suns back in the early 2000s, Spurs owned them in the playoffs.
No, I bet a lot of teams did. Sure.
All right, well, before we get into a little Spurs talk, we're going to talk about UFC Noche. It is this Saturday night at the Frostbank Center. This man next to me will be fighting in the main card. We're going to talk about that and a lot more right here on Locked On Spurs. And yes, he knows about Wemby. I'll give him some questions a little bit right here. So, Kelvin, first of all, I want to ask you, what does it feel like for you to be representing the Hispanic culture at UFC Noche? And to be honest, you are a pioneer in this. You're one of the first Hispanic fighters to really be up there, ranked among the best, and then win as well.
Yeah, no, I've always tried to represent the Hispanic culture, the Mexican culture as best as I can. I'm first generation, born and raised, born in California, raised in Arizona, but very proud of where my family comes from, very proud of my heritage, but also proud of where I was born. Very proud to be an American, and where we're going. In my future and what I've done in the sport. Very, very proud of that.
Absolutely. And you're kind of almost coming full circle because you're supposed to be at UFC Noche in San Antonio a few years back. Injury, happened,
right.
But here you are now. Does it feel good to finally be part of UFC Noche?
Oh yeah, man! I've been wanting to get on a Noche card for a long time. Like you said, I was scheduled to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov here, and unfortunately I got injured, and then I even. So I felt like, I needed to fight on one of these cards, man.
Yeah.
Finally, it has happened today.
You got to represent Mexico tomorrow night.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's the plan, man. That's why they brought me, man. They brought me to represent, and I'm gonna go out there and show them the Mexican style fighting.
I love it. Hey, speaking of Mexico, San Antonio's rich in Mexican heritage. I mean, the border is just a few hours drive here.
Oh, yeah.
Visited the town already? Not your first time in San Antonio?
Not my first time in San Antonio. I actually fought here quite a few years ago, and it was the co-main. I remember the main event was Cub Swanson, Jeremy Stevens. So I've been out here before, and I love Texas. Anytime I come out to Texas, anywhere in Texas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, I love Texas.
You did all the spots, right? The Alamo, Riverwalk, all that good stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey, we'll get into some taco talk in a little bit, buddy. Yeah, I got to hear your top list here. Hey, well, let's talk about you right now, middleweight. What are your intentions in that weight class right now? How are you feeling being in that weight class? Any thoughts, personal thoughts, moving up, moving down, maybe?
Yeah, no. This is where I'm staying. I mean, this is where I've had the most success in my career, and I feel like I can do some real damage in this division.
What are your intentions overall, just in the UFC? Weight classes, be damned. Is it climbing back up to the top? Because you're in the last 3 fights, you're 2-1. So it's not. It feels like you're trending in the right direction.
Kind of, sort of, but not really. I need to stack some W's together before I even start to talk about getting into those contender fights.
Right.
But that's ultimately where I want to go. I still feel I have a couple more years where I'm able to compete at this high level, and get back on those title talks.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I know as a fighter, you are a competitor. You're looking back. Your last 3 fights, you're 2-1. I think anybody would. I would be like, I'll take it. I'm 2-1. But as a competitor, as a natural competitor, how strong is that drive in you? Because you've been doing this for a while, and a lot of people think you're old, but you're not. You're still young.
Yeah. When they look at me and they're like, "Just 33 still," I'm like, "Yeah, man. I've been fighting for a while, but the only thing that keeps me is just fight for that UFC title. I want to get back there.
Absolutely.
And I got to stack some W's, man. It's hard to get that momentum going again, but I still believe I can do it. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be here, man.
Absolutely. Again, we're here with Kelvin Gastelum. He'll be fighting on the card at UFC Noche San Antonio Saturday night at the Frost. Tickets are still available. Go to Ticketmaster, get yourself a ticket, and watch this guy in the ring, man. You might want to do that ASAP. Hey, well, talk about the fight then. You're taking on Dustin Stolfuz. I think Vegas has you right now as the favorite. What are your thoughts heading into the fight? How are you feeling?
Yeah, it was a short camp. It was a 4-week camp, and usually I like to kind of have these long 10, 12-week camps where I ease into it, but This time it was just like no easing into it. It was just straight grind for 4 weeks because we had no time to waste, right? And so, you know what? I ended up liking it. I like these short camps. So I might have to start doing this in the future. Where it's just like an injection of grind.
Sure.
Yeah, no, and the coaches gave me great rapport. My training partners did as well. I'm feeling good, so we're in a good mindset.
Yeah. Speaking of the mindset and also the physical point right now, how are you just feeling overall? What is your approach heading into the fight? Hey, let's talk about Monarch Money. Most people can't name their financial accounts or even know what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And whether you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's why there's Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you've been putting off organizing your finances, Monarch will help you. How about this? Monarch does the heavy lifting. You can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. Hey, can you identify that you're not saving as much as you thought? Monarch can help you. They'll give you a notice of insufficient investment allocation and discover forgotten 401ks from past jobs. Maximizing investments, increasing your savings rate. You can easily review your finances with your partner or financial advisor, keeping a clear view of your financial health week to week and long term. Look, don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONNBA.
Well, I'm a little bit heavier than I wanted to be, right? Because this was a short camp. I was a little bit heavy when they called me, so I was like, man, we got to make sure we get that. We got to make sure we get that weight down, and so that's really the goal this week, is to make sure to get the weight down.
Yeah. Is it kind of coming full circle for you, not only just to finally get on the Noche card, but the first fight of the night in the preliminary is a tough matchup? It's the tough matchup. Do you still, keep tabs on Tough? You won it, a few years ago. What do you think the direction of Tough is going?
Man, I really want to see a revival of Tough. I didn't even know there was a finale going on this weekend.
Yes, this weekend, yeah.
And I grew up watching every single season. I grew up watching, all the seasons. Even after I won it, I tried to keep up, but now I feel like it's kind of made downhill kind of majorly, and I feel like there needs to be a revival in it, because it's such a, I think, needed part of our sport. But I mean, now we have Contender Series, I guess. But I mean, I personally am attached to Tough because obviously I won it, and I've coached it twice, so I feel like it's needed.
I got the best idea for a revival.
What?
You coming back as coach?
Against who?
That's a good question. I don't know. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll figure that out. Before we quickly just touch on the local team here. Again, you mentioned you're from Phoenix.
Yes.
How's the Yuma Fight League going? How's that going?
Oh, man, going well. Thank you for asking. We just had our sixth event, but it's our sixth event, but our very first event where we had the Arizona Commission involved. Okay. So it was sanctioned for the first time.
Nice. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, man. And, that was a whole ordeal that I was not ready for, but me and my team killed it. And we're excited. We're excited for the future because, it's looking bright.
Where do you see it going?
Well, we really want to take over that Southwest region. I think there's a lot of talent there. I mean, these guys know I'm from there. Cain Velasquez is from there. That's right. Efrain Escudero's from there. Like, we've seen a lot of talent come there. This young guy, Jose Delgado, he's from there. Like, these guys 2-0 in the UFC. Rafa Garcia, he's from that area. Like, there's so much talent from the Southwest region, and I think we can really be like a filter for the UFC to be able to find some of that talent.
Yeah, congratulations again. I mean, it looks like it's promising. It's going in the right direction. So again, I guess you have a website, right? The Yuma Fight League. People can go there and check it out.
Yeah, it's called yumafights.com. All
right, there you go. You heard it right there. I wouldn't get him angry. I would go and check it out right now, everybody. All right. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, as you know, you're in San Antonio. It is a home of two things. Yes. Great tacos, Tex-Mex, and the San Antonio Spurs. We'll get to the Spurs in a bit. Sure. But I hear you're kind of a taco aficionado.
Oh, come on, man. Which Mexican isn't, right?
Yeah, exactly. As I'm sucking in my gut right now to almost prove it. But, okay, so give me your top 3 best tacos.
Come on, you can't go wrong with a carne asada taco.
You hear that? Flour or corn?
I love corn.
Okay.
But you can't go wrong with either, right?
So the carne asada or guisada?
Carne asada.
Asada, okay. Yeah. So you're good either way, flour or corn?
Yeah, but preferably corn.
Okay. Maybe number 2.
Number 2 would be the pork belly, man. The carnitas.
Interesting.
Carnitas.
Yeah,
man, I
interesting.
love carnitas.
Yeah, you just put everything in it, right?
Oh yeah, you put the cilantro, you put the onions, you put the guacamole or the lime, and you put some salsa on there. Whew.
I think we should cut this interview short and go get something to eat real fast. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just messing with you. After the fight, everybody.
Yes,
After the fight.
let's do it after the
And number
fight.
3?
Gotta get some good pastor, man.
Okay,
Some
all
good
right.
pork.
Good pork.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
I bring this up because if you go to his Instagram, you're very well, your social medias, you talk about tacos and you love tacos. So again, go to his Instagram, his social medias, check it out right there. All right, again, San Antonio is also known for outside of the Alamo and the Riverwalk. I know everybody. The San Antonio Spurs, the local team.
Yeah.
You heard about this kid, right, named Wembanyama?
Yes.
Tall guy, right?
Yeah.
I think you can take him in the court, by the way. What do you think about this guy who came into the league, generational 7? They list him at 7'4", but there's some people think that he may be taller than that.
No way.
Yeah, I know. What do you think about him, and what do you think about the Spurs? Because you were following the Suns in the time in Phoenix, so you're kind of familiar with the Spurs, especially back in the Tim Duncan days.
When especially back then, I actually came out to the stadium they play at, to the arena they play at, and checked out the whole arena. Checked out the trophies and got to hold them and got to hang out and got to see some of the players. Not Tim Duncan, unfortunately, but it was cool, man. I and that was the time I think they had just won a championship. So it was
early,
like
right?
I think 2000. I'm not familiar.
No, it's okay.
14, I think 15.
No, it was it was Miami Heat. I think that's the last one they won.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they were like contenders or something because they were like hot at the moment.
So you saw the Spurs trophies here, right? Yeah. What'd you think about those?
Love it, man. Loved it. It was cool. It reminded me of the Kobe photo.
Right. Yeah, the Kobe
He's
photo.
carrying the
You play basketball sometimes?
I mean, street basketball.
The streets are saying you got a mean killer crossover.
Nah.
But yeah, going back to that guy Wembanyama, 7'4", he's coming in healthy.
Okay.
A lot of people think I guess he should have won the Defensive Player of the Year a couple times already. I mean, he only played 46 games. Get this, Kelvin. Played 46 games. That's it. He got his season cut short last season because of injury.
Okay.
And he still led the league in blocks.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody says. Yeah, sure.
So is he coming back next year to play for the Spurs?
Yeah. He'll be back. He's fully healthy. So
What are they projected for him?
The NFL season is here, and FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. You'll love FanDuel because it's just fits everything you need. You can build a same-game parlay, do player props, jump into live action as the action unfolds. Make every moment more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup. Quick, easy, the best way to add a little more energy to Sundays. Cowboys have started their season. Texans are starting their season, so might as well jump on FanDuel right now. You ready to play? Download the FanDuel app right now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet.
Next year.
Defensive Player of the Year for sure, and challenging for an All-Star spot. He'll likely get one. And crossing fingers, the Spurs get back to the playoffs. It's been years since they've had after the Tim Duncan years are over. It's been.
I know we haven't been heard from them in a while.
He's talking trash, Spurs fans. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I haven't followed the sport in a little while, but I used to. When when Oklahoma City had Harden and Westbrook and all those guys, and that was my favorite team to watch back then. But then Tim Duncan was still in Spurs at that time, and so it was a fun little era.
Yeah. I assume I'm just assuming here because you're Phoenix. You're a Suns fan or no?
No. Not really.
What's your team?
I don't really have a team.
Okay, this is perfect. I'm glad you said that. Now you can say the Spurs, at least for the day, for the moment.
For the weekend, it'll be the Spurs.
Can we get a good go Spurs go with the camera?
Maybe not.
He juked me, man. He juked me there. All right. Once again, he is Kelvin Gastelum. UFC Noche is this Saturday. It's tomorrow night. Tickets are still available. Go to Ticketmaster. See him fight. We won't tell the story about how I beat him in the Octagon. We'll save that for later. I hope it was easy on you.
Behind the scenes.
I hope I was easy on you.
You were very easy.
No, he wrecked me. No, he probably wrecked me. Again, Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin, thank you for taking time out of here. Join us here on Locked On Spurs. We definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro.